The more you learn about AI tools, the more you can do as a hypnotist, artist, and entertainer. This is so vital for you to understand. We are in a changing landscape as artists and small business owners. And if you're not using AI, you really are hamstringing yourself compared to your colleagues and your competition. Let me show you what I mean. I was coaching one of my hypnotism mentees the other day, and I was asking him what he wanted the experience to be that people had when they came to his show. And he said, I want there to be a feeling of amazement, and I want people to be inspired. And I said, all right, so here's one of the things. We use words like this, and on some level, of course, we know what they mean, but we've taken them for granted for a long time. So I was like, let's use GPT to get more into what you're saying you really want. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I go to GPT and I say, how does amazement work? Simple question. How does amazement work? GPT breaks it down in terms of the components or elements that contribute to how amazement works. Now, you would want to look at this. Again, don't ever take anything immediately that GPT gives you as gospel. You'd want to look at it. It's saying several key mechanisms: surprise, curiosity, sense of wonder, emotional impact, cognitive engagement. So I read through these and I go, yeah, that makes sense to me. And now I have 5 specific criteria for how amazement works. Well, what if I took those and I used them to guide GPT in helping me create ideas for my show? Instead of just saying some kind of a base prompt like, help me create new ideas for my stage show, now I'm specifically saying, well, I want them to have a sense of amazement. So let's give GPT criteria for how to create amazing content. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to say, brainstorm a new scenario or idea for my stage hypnotism show that uses the following criteria to create a scenario in which the hypnotized volunteers on stage believe they are on an amazing journey. And then I'm going to create space here, and I'm going to paste. Now I'm going to take off their ending thing because that doesn't really matter. And I'm going to take off the opening one where they were kind of like, yeah, amazement is blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to give it the criteria. So now I have my prompt saying, I want an idea for a new skit in which my volunteers believe they're on an amazing journey, but I'm adding the criteria that ChatGPT is saying this is how amazement works. And now I hit enter. So now you can see it's creating not just an idea for me, it's following the protocol, which it created, by the way, remember, that I gave it, so that what it designs uses those criteria in the construction of the idea. So now we have the show begins with me inviting a group of volunteers on stage. I introduce the idea of an ancient mythical city lost to time. The unexpected event is that under hypnosis, they're told they've been chosen to embark on an expedition to find this city. Suddenly, the stage transforms using lighting, sound effects, and props into a jungle. They're handed ancient maps that are imaginary, that's their hallucination, that supposedly lead to the city. As they follow look at the detail here. A hidden waterfall, strange glowing plants, mysterious symbols. look at the density of creativity and imagination here. And it's taking them through that amazing protocol for an amazing experience. Now, again, am I going to just take this and use it just the way that? No, I'm not. But in a matter of 60 seconds, it gave me something that far, far surpassed what I would have come up with on my own in 60 seconds of brainstorming. Now, you can take this and continue to work it further. And that's the key, is you're getting amazing ideas. You're getting really, this is built a whole narrative approach to stage hypnotism here. You're really telling a story, but you're getting exactly, well, you're getting close to exactly, I would hope, what you asked for if you asked for amazement. Let's take it and do it one more time. All right, we'll reset. Let's say that you really think of yourself as a comedy hypnotist. That's an important part of your branding. Okay. How does funny work? I'm going to do the same kind of simple, essential question that I did earlier, right? How does funny work? GPT is going to break it down into criteria. There should be an element of surprise, incongruity, relatability, timing, exaggeration, playfulness, social context. It's really going big here. It's giving me 10 different things that it's using to help. Now, you don't have to use all these. You might get this and you look at it and you go, yeah, I get it, but I don't care about this, or I don't care about this. So you can take just parts of this if you want. But now, again, so you copy it and say, brainstorm a new comedic scenario for my stage hypnotism show in which, now this is, again, you could just ask it for a list of random things and it'll do it. But if you've got an idea that you've been wanting to work on, I think that's better, because then it really is, it's you getting where you want, what you want done. So let's say, brainstorm a new comedic scenario for my stage hypnotism show in which the volunteers on stage are at a Renaissance festival. Use the following criteria in developing the routine. And then I put in what it gave me when I asked how funny works. And again, I go in and I take off the opening paragraph because that really doesn't matter. But I'm going to include, I want there to be surprise. I want there to be some incongruity, relatability. Maybe we get, let's say, you know what, because many people haven't been to a Renaissance fair, I'm going to take that away. I'm going to leave timing, exaggeration, playfulness. I'm going to take away the social context. No, I'll leave that. Benign violation. That's, I'm going to play with that. I'm going to take away wordplay for this particular thing. And I'm going to take away physical comedy because I don't want my people on stage doing anything that is reliant on physical comedy where they might get injured. And then just so that I don't confuse it, I'm going to take away the numbers because I deleted things, are no longer in an accurate sequence anymore. I'm just going to give it the things themselves. All right, and let's see what happens. Man, look how fast it is. It's so much faster than it used to be. It's incredible. All right, and again, it is generating a scenario for me based on my prompt using the protocol, which I fed it. And then I can go through this and say, what do I like about it that I want to keep? What do I not like about it that I don't want to keep? and I can work it forward and make it even more my own. I love the idea of always continuing to work on your personal growth, your professional growth, your craft. And in support of that, I would say, yes, you should take classes on improvisation. Yes, you should take classes on how to write comedy. Yes, you should hire a coach to help you work on your show. All of those things are awesome, and I would not say don't do them. But what I am saying is I recognize that some people who are just trying to get into this business or who have been in it for a little while, and they're just not getting where they want to get, they don't have the resources financially to do those things. ChatGPT lets you have something approximating a comedy writer, a production designer, these kinds of other people. It has now been so well trained on so many billions of parameters and parts of the internet that it has read and learned from. You can get it to do this work for you in a way that makes it more like you have a team of people working for you that you don't really have and can't afford. It is silly. It is crazy for you to not access this technology and use it to accelerate your success in our profession. Please learn from these videos, explore GPT, use the tools, get yourself where you want to be. Use AI to advance your craft and your show and your business. You win. You should win. I want you to win. Good luck.